my name is Adele. I'm the founder of Naked.Recovery and the Spark program in Naked Marriage. So in today's video, I'm actually doing a series of 3 videos where I'm going to be talking about some top things that you can do to kind of put some sparkle back into your relationship. So obviously getting a relationship back on track is a fairly convoluted thing. So these are really just tips and techniques that are fairly general. If you feel like you've kind of lost a little bit of spark, if you really feel like your marriage is in trouble, that's a slightly different situation. Then it might be that the actions you need to take are a bit different. But these generally work when you're feeling a loss of spark. So first things first is I think it's really important as a couple to sit down and spend some time on what I will call nurture. So that's really our first principle. And nurture is really a situation where you sit down together and you remind yourselves like how you met as a couple. So it's getting back into those nice feelings together where we're thinking, well, how did we actually meet? And what did you first like about me? And, you know, how did you kind of feel in the beginning? And at what point did you sort of feel I was the one? You know, so kind of get back into that space. And then do a little bit of a stock take. So you're talking about, well, what do we like about the relationship? You know, what do you like? What do I like? What do we feel that we could do better on? Like, what do we need and what could we do better on? You know, what can we do to sort of spend more time together or to nurture each other more within the relationship? And how can we be more fun as a couple or as a family? So that's a really good kind of point. What new goals can we set? You know, what are some things you're passionate about achieving in the next year? And how can we kind of set more goals? What are your desires in relationship and in life? And how can I better meet them? And finally, what can we stop doing as individuals and as a couple? So this is just like a general stock take, but it's kind of that point where we're really testing yourselves on the health of your relationship. And I really recommend doing this, you know, once every 3 months. Is that kind of moment of like, how are we doing? You know, how are you? Are you feeling loved? Are you happy? Are you feeling fulfilled? Can we add more spice? Can we have more time together as a couple? And I think that point and junction is really key. The next one is to play a little game, and the game is called the Love Maps game. So the Love Map is a concept where we have a complete and utter map of knowledge of our partner. Now the thing is, if you've been together for a very, very long time, you already know everything you think you need to know about your partner. But you forget that actually maybe you don't. That's a huge assumption and conclusion that you make, that you know your partner and you know everything about them. And the reality is that people shift in subtle and small ways every 7 to 12 months. And we need to update our knowledge of our partners by doing this kind of love maps exercise. In studies that have been done, partners that really know each other really well and understand each other really well have very sophisticated and complicated love maps of each other. They really know their partner and how their partner ticks. So talking about your best friends, the stresses you're currently facing, the people currently kind of irritating them, like what are they dealing with in life, their life dreams, their philosophy on life, politics, religion, the relatives they like the least, their favorite music, their favorite movies. You'd be surprised. Some of these things have updated over time. Their 3 most special times in their life, stressful things that have happened to them as a child or even recently, their aspirations for their life, their current worries, what they would do if they suddenly won the lottery, you know, how their world is right now, what are their favorite magazines, their favorite flowers, weekend activities. Okay, so if you're interested in the kind of full love maps questionnaire, do email us within Naked Marriage and we can send that through. But it's about playing it with a spirit of a bit of lightness and a bit of fun, because that's really key. Now, if you watched the video where we talked about some of the issues and how we see a marriage hurtling towards divorce, you'll know that one of the critical principles is to really have soft startups. So a harsh startup is when we start the conversation like at level 2 million. We're already fully fledged, angry, irritated, cross in our body language. And that's usually, if we start at that level, that's usually how the whole conversation is going to go. So we want to have a softer startup with our partner, more gentle, more loving, more kind. And in that way, that's how the conversation is going to go. So that would be my final tip for today, is to have softer startups, particularly with things that have irritated you. And my top tip, if you're kind of an angry, combustible sort of person, is to slow down. Slow down your communication, because that drops your tone. It makes you more deliberate. So if you're saying, I'm really angry at you because you didn't take out the laundry and the trash, and like now we're starting harsh and we're flooding the conversation with lots of stuff. We're criticizing. It's not going to come out well. What we want is to kind of slow down and to sandwich things a little bit. So it's like, honey, I need to have a bit of a chat. Firstly, I just want to say thank you for all the stuff that you do for us. I really appreciate you. Sandwich. I was really upset last night when you didn't take out the trash, because I woke up this morning and there was just, the dogs had been in the bins and they'd emptied everything out. And, I just kind of felt alone and kind of sad and just wondered what had happened. I mean, I, of course, appreciate everything that you're doing. Maybe you probably forgot, but what happened there, honey? Okay, so I was slow, I was deliberate, I sandwiched it. We're still communicating that we're not happy with what happened, but not, at that huge level. So stay tuned for the next video. So I'm going to give you a couple more principles and things that you can do, but I hope that was helpful. And if you have any particular questions or videos you would like us to make, just let us know on the website. Okay, thanks.